Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Fearless Floyd Show. As always, I am your host, Fearless Floyd. Today is Friday, August 9th, 2024. And as you see from the thumbnail on your screen, Kamala blew it. Well, not really. Not what you think. As you see these three people right here, that would be the lame dunk, not a lame duck. He's a lame dunk President Joseph Robinette Biden. And that, of course, is Klaus Schwab, the CEO and founder of the World Economic Forum. And of course, there's Miss Kamala, whatever you want to call her. She may not have blown the whole Borders Are thing, but well, we're not going to talk about what she blew. We're going to dive right in. So while I'm over here diving right in, why don't you like, subscribe, share, tap that notification bell so when I do put out new videos, you will get notified. You can leave a comment below. You can participate in the chat, or you can change the channel and turn me off and go somewhere else. That's your choice. Nobody's begging you to be here. Nobody's holding a gun to your head to be here. Nobody's blackmailing you to be here. So if you don't like me, the content, or anything else, leave, please. Thank you. So, just dive right into this, show you guys this. So far this year, the federal government plans to spend $7.04 trillion for the fiscal year 2024, which is up September 1st, or actually August 31st. They're spending $19 billion a day, 1 trillion every 51.8 days. What entity in the world is spending $19 billion per day to stay afloat with no relative revenue from assets, excluding human trafficking? Right? So I'm going to show you the connection. I'm going to show you what Kamala Harris has really done, what she's really accomplished. So, you ready? Let me go get all this lined up for you. And right here, this is the International Organization of Migration, a UN migration forum. And I want you to see who this is, okay? Because this is the leader of the IOM, Amy Pope. She's the Director General. Who is Amy Pope? Well, let's just go read her biography. Amy Pope became Director General of the International Organization for Migration, IOM, on October 1st, 2023, bringing a wealth of experience in addressing complex migration issues and passion for changing the global narrative about people on the move. She is the first woman to hold the post in IOM's 73-year history. In the early part of her 5-year term, Ms. Pope put the organization on a new strategic path designed to ensure that IOM can respond to an increasingly complex migration landscape. The new direction enables IOM to help save and protect people on the move today, but also to be proactive about challenges before they become crisis. Building on reform she began implementing as IOM's Deputy Director General for Management and Reform, Ms. Pope has also led organizational changes that focus on IOM structure and resources toward the work its teams do in the field. Before joining IOM, Director General Before joining IOM, Director General Pope served as Senior Advisor on Migration to who? The U.S. President Biden, and served as Deputy Homeland Security Advisor to President Obama. While at the White House, Ms. Pope developed and implemented comprehensive strategies to address migration in areas such as countering trafficking in persons, resettling refugees and vulnerable people, and preparing communities to respond and adapt to climate-related crisis. Really? You have to throw climate in there for migration? Ms. Pope has also occupied positions at the U.S. Department of Justice and U.S. Senate and was a partner in the London-based firm Schillings. She graduated magna cum laude from Duke University of Law with a Juris Doctorate and has a BA in political science with honors from Haverford College in Pennsylvania. Ms. Pope is married with 2 daughters. That's who is running the migration for the UN. Who's running it for the United States government? It's these folks. Partnership for Central America. Oh, really, Floyd? Well, boom, who we are. The Partnership for Central America is a nonprofit, nonpartisan, non-governmental organization that works with a multinational coalition of private organizations to advance economic opportunity across underserved populations in El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras. Its mission is to sustainably address the root causes of migration from Northern Central America by advancing economic opportunities in support of a vision of hope for the region. To achieve this, PCA serves as a mobilizer and convener of foreign direct investment and social impact investment to 1, create 1 million new jobs, and 2, facilitate the enabling environment for those investments through 7 multidimensional pillars, including financial inclusion, digital access, gender equity, job skilling, access to capital, infrastructure, and rule of law. But the problem is, folks, people are coming from every country in the world, not just 3 little small Central American countries. They're coming from China, Russia, the Middle East, Africa. This is just a front. It's a money laundering operation to fund their friends. Who are their friends? Well, let's go look at their leadership. Who's leading the team? Well, I've already done videos on these clowns. That's Sam Nunn's daughter, and she looks like Mike Myers, does she not? With a wig and glasses and earrings. But ooh, who's that guy? He's the founder and executive chairman of the World Economic Forum. The World Economic Forum, folks, wants to depopulate the earth to, or let's say, from 8+ billion people to 500 million. So, what you don't know is there was what they call theoretical, hypothetical, futuristic technology called femtotechnology and picotechnology that a whole bunch of the world populace got injected with. I'll leave it at that. So, to give you an example of how effective they were in setting up all of the protocols to achieve their goal, over 95% of every Japanese citizen got it in the arm at least once, 95%. So do you think they achieved their ratio from 8 billion to 500 million by reducing the Japanese population by 95%? I would assume so. But you can go look at the rest of these clowns. These are all liberal. This one's a Harvard professor right there. So you already know what she's about. This is the guy who runs the Partnership for Central America. If you go do your background on them, which I have, hey, these people, they're all acting in concert. Fact sheet from the White House, March 25th, 2024. Vice President Harris announces public-private partnership has generated more than 5.2 billion in private sector commitments for Northern Central America. More than 1 billion in new commitments announced today will create economic opportunity to help address the root causes of migration in Guatemala, El Salvador, and Honduras. Absolutely. Absolutely, folks. So let me get over here and let me share a little bit more with you. This is where the money's going. Partnership for Central America, you see down here. More than 458 million is going to every frickin' state from the federal government to fund illegal immigrants. You're looking at it right there, folks. Okay. I have this set by countries. So let's go up and see how much money they're actually spending down here. And where? Guatemala, El Salvador. Where's Honduras? Where's Honduras? I'm not seeing Honduras. What's up? There's Honduras. So you see what little pittance they're spending here. They spent 805 million in Honduras, 6.6 million in Guatemala. Weird. If I can get into El Salvador, looks like they're not even putting any money in El Salvador. Oh, there we go. 6.7 million in El Salvador out of 5.3 billion for the Partnership for Central America. You see where the money's going, right? In the United States, folks. Every state's getting at least a $500 million to support illegal immigration. Who is it coming from? Straight from the White House. How do I know? Well, this is the UN, International Organization for Migration. They've received 1.6 billion, if not more. We already seen how much they've received. Billions and billions and billions and billions. Kamala Harris was tasked to do three things. Three things. Let me go get those for you. I can find them real quick. Go look in main photo. I believe this is it. Oh, no. That's additional 300 million going to Ukraine. Let's see. Go over here to Kamala for you guys real quick. So bear with me. Sorry about taking this time. Oh, God. I swear I hate these freaking Telegram crypto scammers. Hi. Hello. Don't send me a hello in Telegram. I'm going to block you and spam you. So don't do that. I'm not even going to reply to these people. Well, I can't seem to find it, but the article was that she was required to do three things. See if I can. Ooh, I did have that up, didn't I? Right there, no, 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 no. Hmm. AP News. All right, here we go. It's the article. I'll pull it up for you so you guys can read it. This is AP, Associated Press, by Jonathan Lamar, Noman Merchant, Lisa Mascaro, and Amir Madani. And this is from March 24th, 2021. Washington, AP, Associated Press, President Joe Biden has tapped Vice President Kamala Harris to lead the White House effort to tackle the migration challenge at the U.S. border and work with Central American nations to address root causes of the problem. Biden made the announcement as he and Harris met at the White House on Wednesday with Health and Human Services Secretary Xavier Becerra, Homeland Security Secretary Alejandra Mayorkas, and other immigration advisors to discuss the increase in migrants, including many unaccompanied minors arriving at the border in recent weeks. In delegating the matter to Harris, Biden is seeking to replicate a dynamic that played out when he served as President Barack Obama's vice president. Obama turned to Biden in his first term to lead the White House effort to draw down U.S. troops in Iraq and oversee the implementation of stimulus in response to the Great Recession. Well, we see what he did in Afghanistan, so he's a failure. So Biden said, and I quote, "When she speaks for me," close quote, Biden said, noting her past work as California Attorney General makes her specially equipped to lead the administration's response. Biden, who has faced stiff criticism from Republicans over the increased flow of migrants, is hoping to show Americans he's taking the situation at the border seriously. He also wants to prevent the growing humanitarian and political challenge of overshadowing his administration's ambitious legislative agenda. But the high-profile assignment for Harris, who ran for the Democratic presidential nomination in 2020 and is expected to run for the White House again in the future, could be politically fraught. Needless to say, the work will not be easy, Harris said, but it is important work. Harris is tasked with overseeing diplomatic efforts to deal with issues spurring migration in the Northern Triangle countries of El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras, as well as pressing them to strengthen enforcement on their own borders, administration officials said. She's also tasked with developing and implementing a long-term strategy that gets at the root causes of migration from those countries. So basically, all she did was have her staff members create the Partnership for Central America under the WEF umbrella, World Economic Forum, which wants to eradicate you, and did a money laundering program. So she has accomplished something. She's accomplished a huge money laundering, human trafficking scheme, and she's running it. She's in charge. Biden suggested President Donald Trump's decision to cut $450 million in funding in 2019 to the region was partly to blame for the situation. Among other reasons for the current increase, the thousands of Central American migrants already stuck at the border for months and the persistent scourge of gang violence affecting the Northern Triangle countries. I know we don't have any gang violence here, do we? Black Lives Matter, Antifa, these Palestinians, Hamas, Hezbollah running around our college campuses, rioting in our streets, defacing our monuments, statues, and historical artifacts. Nah, they're good. And again, I answer phone calls when I do videos. Okay. Let me pause the recording. Turn the meeting. Hello. 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 I can.